Welcome to the Weekday Report for Wednesday, July 24th. I'm Joe Potente. Here's a brief look at the news. A proposed math curriculum for grades 6 through 9 drew vocal opposition at Tuesday night's Kenosha Unified School Board meeting. All who addressed the board during an hour of public comments spoke out against the college preparatory mathematics program, with some urging the board to slow down the process to provide more time for study and teacher training. The board ultimately adopted a pilot program for some teachers to use this year. The lengthy discussion didn't leave time for the board to take up another agenda item involving a contract extension for Superintendent Michelle Hancock. More on that will appear in Thursday's Kenosha News. A man was shot in Pleasant Prairie Tuesday night by his girlfriend's ex-husband, who then confessed to the crime and killed himself. Police said the 44-year-old victim was in critical but stable condition as of late Tuesday night. Pleasant Prairie Police responded to 9227 Cooper Road at 8:15 p.m. and found the victim had been shot multiple times in the head and chest. He was taken to Frederick Hospital in Wauwatosa by Flight for Life. The suspect, a 43-year-old Salem man, was located shortly after the incident at Pritchard Park in Racine. He reportedly called 911 advising authorities of his location and what he did, and shot himself in the head as officers arrived. Police have not yet released the identity of the suspect or the victim. Kenosha resident Richard A. Serum will spend about 16 months in prison after he drove drunk on St. Patrick's Day 2012 and crashed into another vehicle after running a red light. The 31-year-old Serum fled the scene and a witness followed him home. This was Serum's second drunken driving offense, and Judge Mary Kay Wagner said that, combined with his fleeing the scene, were factors in her sentence on Tuesday. Trevor resident Joseph L. Stortz is on trial this week for the arson of Horn Trevor Feeds. His trial started Monday and is scheduled to last all week. The 42-year-old is accused of breaking into Horn Trevor Feeds in October 2011 and starting the fire that destroyed the store. Stortz is also accused of breaking into 2 taverns after leaving the feed store and stealing money from one of them. The only hotel in downtown Kenosha is getting a $2.2 million facelift. The Best Western Harborside Inn in Kenosha Conference Center at 5125 6th Avenue is undergoing a top-to-bottom renovation inside and out. The east side entrance to the hotel will be shifted to what is now the Conference Center entrance on 6th Avenue, allowing for a restaurant to be built overlooking the harbor. One of the highlights of the summer racing season at the Washington Park Velodrome was held Tuesday. Jeff Zampanti was there and filed this report.
Veteran cyclist Rob Springer outlasted a field of 17 riders in winning the 34th annual Mayor's Cup Trophy race Tuesday night at the Washington Park Velodrome. Springer finished with 40 points and 1 lap ahead of the field in the 75-lap points race. Jeffrey Zampanti, Kenosha News.
What's trending today? Do you care about Obamacare? With a key provision of the federal health care law already delayed for a year, do you foresee the entire law fizzling before it's fully in place? Weigh in on our Facebook page. Up next is Jeff Zampanti with a sports take.
The Kenosha Kings are headed to the postseason. I'm Kenosha News sports writer Jeffrey Zampanti with the sports take. The Kenosha Kings wrap up their regular season in hosting Sheboygan in a Wisconsin State League finale 7:30 Thursday at Simmons Field. But more importantly, the game will serve as a tune-up for the upcoming Langsdorf League playoffs. The Kings, a semi-pro baseball team comprised of many area standouts, are eyeing their 7th straight Langsdorf League title. The Langsdorf Play-In Series begins this week with the best-of-3 championship series getting underway on Tuesday. I'm Kenosha News sports writer Jeffrey Zampanti, and that's a sports take.
Thanks, Jeff. Now here are a couple of stories we're working on. Carthage College's longtime dorm expansion project is wrapping up this summer. Ian Thibodeau is checking that out. And the Brighton School Board is meeting tonight to discuss the resignation of the district's administrator. Bill Guida will be there. Pick up a copy of the Kenosha News and check kenoshanews.com for all the details on these stories and more. I'm Joe Potente with the Weekday Report.